Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. If you're a Lions fan, a football fanatic, or just someone who loves uncovering the stories behind the players, the draft, and the decisions shaping the future of the NFL, then this is the video you've been waiting for. Because today, we're not just talking about any ordinary rookie. We're diving into one of the most fascinating, most underrated, and potentially most game-changing selections in the entire 2025 NFL Draft. A player who might not have been a headline pick, but whose name is starting to bubble up in conversations around Allen Park, across Detroit, and even in NFL front office circles. The player? Isaac Kosell. The moment? Possibly the beginning of something big for the Detroit Lions. But before we go too far down that road, let's rewind a bit. For the 13th year in a row, legendary NFL analyst Greg Kosell, yes, that Greg Kosell, the executive producer of NFL Matchup and a senior producer at NFL Films, offered his highly respected take on the Lions draft class over at DetroitLions.com. For more than a decade now, his voice has served as a kind of truth serum during the post-draft frenzy, a calm, meticulous breakdown from a man who doesn't do hot takes, doesn't care about buzz, and doesn't sugarcoat anything. And this year, one of the players he chose to highlight out of all the prospects available was none other than Isaac Kosell, wide receiver from Arkansas, selected by Detroit in the 3rd round with the 70th overall pick. Now, if you're like most fans, your reaction on draft night might have been, Isaac who? And honestly, that's fair. Kosell wasn't a household name. He didn't dominate the combined headlines or trend on social media. But as Kosell dug into the tape, and we mean hours and hours of tape, he found something that made him sit up and take notice. So what exactly did he see? Let's start with the basics. Kosell has a rare blend of size, speed, and raw athletic ability. His height/weight/speed profile, combined with elite-level testing numbers, gives him a physical edge over most receivers in this class. But the story doesn't stop there. Because when you turn on the film, Kosell's skill set pops in a way that measurables alone can't explain. According to Kosell, Kosell lined up in the slot on over 80% of his snaps in 2023 and 2024. Yet he wasn't confined to quick slants or shallow crosses. He worked the entire field from the inside, short, intermediate, and even deep vertical routes down the seam. That versatility from the slot, that's gold in the modern NFL. And then there are the hands. Kosell doesn't just catch the football, he snatches it. Kosell praised his ability to extend outside his frame, to haul in off-target throws, and to win contested catches with body control and timing that you simply can't teach. He knows how to high-point the football. He's fearless across the middle. And yes, he can make the spectacular look routine. So let's ask the question that's quietly starting to echo through the halls of Allen Park. Is Isaac Kosell the Lions' next breakout star? And if so, how exactly will he fit into this already dynamic offense? We know Amon-Ra St. Brown is the engine. Jameson Williams brings the deep threat potential. Sam Laporta is emerging as one of the most promising young tight ends in the league. But what if Kosell adds something none of them bring? A bigger-bodied, interior presence who can win on 3rd down, dominate in the red zone, and block like a tight end when needed? Because here's another detail Kosell pointed out. Kosell is an excellent blocker. Let's pause there. In Ben Johnson's offense, a system that thrives on misdirection, motion, and every player executing their assignments to perfection, a wide receiver who can seal edges, engage linebackers, and hold his own on the perimeter is not a luxury. It's a necessity. And it makes you wonder, could the Lions be planning to use Kosell in a hybrid role? Maybe a big slot in 11 personnel? Maybe motioning into a pseudo-tight end look in bunch formations? Could he even carve out a role similar to how teams like the 49ers and Rams use power slot receivers to act as versatile chess pieces? We know Dan Campbell loves toughness. We know Brad Holmes loves value. And we know Ben Johnson loves options. Kosell checks every single one of those boxes. But let's go deeper still. Because when you consider the trajectory of the Lions' offense, it's clear they're not just building for 2025. They're building something sustainable. Something that can evolve. And Kosell, who may not explode out of the gate, could be a crucial part of that long-term vision. Remember Amon-Ra St. Brown's rookie season? 4th round pick. Not handed anything. Earned every snap. And now, one of the most productive and beloved players in the league. Could Kosell follow a similar arc? Some insiders have already speculated that Detroit might lean more on 11 and 12 personnel looks in 2025, rotating Kosell with Josh Reynolds if he re-signs, or potentially even grooming him as a long-term replacement for one of the older veterans on the roster. If that's true, he could start seeing the field a lot sooner than fans expect. And here's another layer, Jared Goff. Say what you want about Goff, but we know this, he's at his best when he can throw in rhythm, when he has reliable targets over the middle, and when he feels protected. Kosell, with his frame, route precision, and fearlessness across the middle, could become that reliable safety valve. Think 3rd and 6. Need a big body to box out a nickel corner and move the chains? Boom, Kosell time. Could that chemistry become a storyline as early as training camp? Kosell didn't speculate on Kosell's stat projections or fantasy value. That's not his style. But what he did say, without flash or hype, is that Kosell might have one of the most intriguing upside projections in the entire draft class. And coming from a guy who's been watching NFL tape longer than most of us have been alive, that means something. So, Lions fans, what if we're witnessing the beginning of another Brad Holmes masterstroke? What if the 3rd round of the 2025 draft ends up being the moment the Lions quietly secured their next offensive difference maker? It's still early. There's work to be done. But as far as traits, tape, and scheme fit go, Isaac Kosell might just be a perfect match. But what do you think? Could Kosell be Detroit's next breakout wide receiver? Do you see him pushing for serious snaps as early as this season? Or will he take time to develop behind established veterans? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I seriously want to hear from you. This fan base is one of the smartest and most passionate in football, and I know you've got opinions on this one. Personally, I'm all in on this pick. I think the Lions struck gold. Not flashy, not hyped, but right. And sometimes that's exactly what wins championships. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We've got so much more coming your way this off-season: rookie camp reactions, depth chart analysis, behind-the-scenes camp stories, and yes, plenty more speculation on how this team is preparing to take the NFC by storm. Until next time, one pride always.